Welcome along everybody to something a little bit different on the channel. Today we're going to go through the Game of the Year nominees and all of the 29 categories they are. And I'm going to talk about my votes and vote with you on the screen. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Let's say something a bit different. If you like this content, like my content, please give me a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on my choices. If I'm completely and utterly wrong, please let me know down below. But Game of the Year. I think you all probably know if you've seen my content on the channel what I'm going to go for. This game was groundbreaking, actually. I think it's taken a genre and propelled it into sort of the next sort of generation, the next decade. And for me, that is Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Played it early in the year, absolutely loved it. It's taken the turn-based RPGs, and most turn-based RPGs, if you look at something like Final Fantasy, have shifted into action RPGs, where this has brought it nicely back and then just given us a nice subtle shift with the sort of the dodge parry mechanics as well, bringing in that action RPG type, but just keeping it turn-based. Absolutely phenomenal game. Of these games on here, I have played Hades 2 and Death Stranding 2 briefly. Played Death Stranding 2 briefly. Hades 2 I've played quite a bit of, but I've seen content on Kingdom Come Deliverance, Silk Song. Haven't played or seen anything on Donkey Kong Bonanza, so I can't really comment about that. But from the moment I played it, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 was always going to be my Game of the Year. So let's vote for that, and let's move on to the next category, which is Best Game Direction, awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. We've got Clair Obscur, Death Stranding, Ghost of Yotai, Hades 2, Split Fiction. Outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction. For the same reasons, I'm going to vote for Clair Obscur in this one. But it's very close to me with Ghosts of Yotai, with a probably honourable mention to Death Stranding. Hades 2 is very similar to Hades 1. There's no... Yes, there's progression. There is some updates. You could say the same thing for Ghost of Yotai has taken on Ghost of Tsushima forwards, which is why I'm actually ultimately going for Clair Obscur, because it does take a turn-based, RPG and flips the narrative slightly and adds a lot of depth in. So I think there's quite a bit of innovation that's come from Clair Obscur. So we're going to vote for that. And then Best Narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. Oh boy, this is a close one. Again, between Ghost of Yotai, Clair Obscur for me. It's tough. It's really, really tough. I'd say I haven't seen all of Death Stranding, so I can't really comment on that. Silent Hill F, again, I've only seen a couple of videos, never played it. It's similar with Kingdom Come Deliverance, sort of played a little bit of it, watched a little bit of it. Best narrative for storytelling and narrative development. I think I will go for Clair Obscur Expedition 33 on this one. Reason why, when you first boot up and you've got the Gamage and all that stuff and understanding the journey to the Paintress, you think it's go and kill Big Bad. She's the baddie, you're going there. And the game as it develops as a great RPG and a turn-based RPG should, it keeps it just churning. And it's not like you get to the end of Act 1. Yes, there's big twists, but the journey through like Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3 changes your perception on that game. So we're going to go Clair Obscur. It's one of the best stories I've probably had in recent times. So let's do that. Best Art Direction. Outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Clair Obscur, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotai, Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silk Song. Technical achievement, artistic design and animation. I'm going to rule out Clair Obscur this time because I think of everything in that game, this is what let it down the most. It wasn't as polished as it could have been on that one. Death Stranding 2 looks really, really good. Similarly with Silk Song and Hades 2, they look good, but I'm actually going to vote here for Ghost of Yotai. I think the game is really, really pretty. It's Ghost of Tsushima at the time that came out was one of the prettiest games, especially of the PlayStation 4. It probably is the prettiest game of PlayStation 4. And they've just taken to another notch in Ghost of Yotai. So going to vote for best art direction, Ghost of Yotai. Then we got to best score and music. So we got Hollow Knight Silksong, Hades 2, Clair Expedition 33, Ghost of Yotai, Death Stranding 2. We're going for Clair Obscur Expedition 33. For me, it is the best piece of music in a video game, period. Not just this year, period. I still listen to this soundtrack on my own outside of the game. And I would have placed it in the background of this video if it didn't get copyright claimed. So yeah, slam dunk, absolutely phenomenal, especially from someone whose first venture into this is into first piece of music for a game. Absolutely brilliant. It's a wonderful soundtrack. Just go and listen to it. It really does hit, and when you see it in the actual game, it really hits hard. Now we've got best audio design, recognising the best in-game audio and sound design. Battlefield 6, Clair Obscur, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotai, Silent Hill F. Again, as much as I love the music, yeah, it's probably not, again, the audio design, not the best in Clair Obscur, so we're not voting for that. Battlefield 6, it's okay, it's a gun though, right? So I am actually going to go for Ghost of Yotai on this one. So I've only watched a little bit of Silent Hill F, haven't seen enough of Death Stranding 2 to really comment. So of the ones that I know more of, Battlefield 6, Clair Obscur, and Ghost of Yotai. Oh, we've got an advert, so 2 seconds. There you go, that's music for that. So we are going for best audio design. We're going for Ghosts of Yotai. And next category. Best performance. Oof, here we go. Ben Starr as Verso, Charlie Cox as Gustav, Erika Ishii for Yotai, Jennifer English for Mael, Troy Baker as Indiana Jones, and Konatsu Kato for the Silent Hill. Troy Baker in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is immense, by the way. He can put on an indie voice really, really well. Charlie Cox did really well as Gustav, and Ben Starr did really well as Verso. But for me, it's between Erika Ishii and Jennifer English on this one. And it is close, I think. I think they both do really, really well. But I am going to lean towards Jennifer English. Mael makes a lot of the latter part of the game in Clair Obscur, and Jennifer English's performance in that is absolutely phenomenal. So we're going to vote for Jennifer English, Clair Obscur 33. Innovation in accessibility. Assassin's Creed Shadowfall, Atomfall, Doom the Dark Ages, EA Sports FC 26, and South of Midnight. I haven't even seen EA Sports' ones, so I'll have to rule that out just out of my own knowledge of this. But of all of the others, I think South of Midnight, its whole premise and basis is around this theme of innovation and accessibility. And it needs to be commended. So I'm going to vote for South of Midnight. One of the categories I'm probably least familiar with. I think Atomfall did some good stuff as well, but from what I know, sat here, I'm going to vote for South of Midnight. Games for impact. For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. Gotta be honest, the only game I've seen, seen or heard anything of is South of Midnight, so by default I have to vote for South of Midnight. Best ongoing. Final Fantasy XIV, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, Marvel Rivals, No Man's Sky. Final Fantasy XIV I haven't played in a while. I did start to record it for the channel, but found it quite difficult. So behind the scenes, I've played Final Fantasy XIV, but I haven't played it enough recently. Fortnite, I've played 2 maps. Helldivers 2, haven't seen much out of it this year. Last year, probably okay. And No Man's Sky, again, similarly, haven't seen too much. But what I have played, and played quite a bit of, is Marvel Rivals, and that is what I'm going to vote for the best ongoing. Just the character releases, the changes they're doing, and keeping this game active. It's yeah, pretty good. So go Marvel Rivals. Best community support. Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, No Man's Sky. And my vote for this one is a little bit weird. So as I said, I've played a bit of 14. I've played 2 maps of Fortnite. And sort of don't know the community support of Fortnite. But Helldivers 2, I've seen some people come and played this recently. I've watched some content on YouTube itself. And everyone's been really positive on Helldivers 2. Same with No Man's Sky and what they've done. But where I've seen quite a lot of positivity is actually at Baldur's Gate 3. So a few of the people who I follow on YouTube myself and watch some of their content on, I have seen some of their Baldur's Gate 3. And Baldur's Gate 3 is a game that I really want to play myself. But it's got to the point where I've seen most of Act 1, for instance. So it won't be blind. But the response from the community to the individuals playing has been really, really positive. So I'm going to go for Baldur's Gate 3, just from what I've seen on others and the community in that. Best independent game. Absolem, Ball X Pit, which apparently is really, really good. Haven't played it. Blueprints, Clair Obscur, Hades 2, Hollow Knight, Silksong. Considering these 3 are sat in the Game of the Year, I would expect one of these to win. And as it's, probably my game. What's that game in a decade? Is this better than Rebirth remake? It's up there, right? So for me, this is like one of the top games of the 2020s. So have to go Clair Obscur for reasons I've previously said. Best debut indie game. Oof. Obviously, if you voted this as your best one, you have to do this. But Dispatch, I have played. I was going to cover it on the channel, but just given I'm getting over an illness, I just couldn't. This game is exceptional, by the way. So if you haven't played Dispatch, go and play it. It's not a particularly long game, but it is a very, very good game. We're voting Clair Obscur, yes. With the honourable mention to Dispatch. Best mobile game. Yeah, I haven't played any of them. So we're actually skipping because I can't comment on any of this. Similarly, best VR, AR. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I haven't seen any of them. I've heard Rogue Incursion's pretty good, but I just can't comment on these because I don't have VR and AR. Best action game. Battlefield 6, Doom the Dark Ages, Hades 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Of these games, again, played Battlefield 6, played a bit of Hades 2, and I played a bit of Ninja Gaiden 4. And out of all of these, I quite enjoy playing Battlefield 6. I'm not the best, and this is not my genre of game. But Ninja Gaiden 4, I adored. So I'm going to vote for Ninja Gaiden 4. Best Action Adventure. Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotai, Hollow Knight, Silksong, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Split Faction. So Best Action Adventure, the best action adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. For me, there's 2 here. There's Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and there's Ghosts of Yotai. And I'm actually going to vote for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle because it's that puzzle element. It combines all of them, to me, a lot more in the game. Ghost of Yotai, a very, very good game, but does it have that puzzle element? Is it really, puzzly? Whereas Indiana Jones is more, it leans more into the puzzle with combat and traversal. I think it's fine. This is more. Oh,
it's Black Friday time. Here, look.
That's the problem when you have YouTube music going on in the background. This for me, combat, traversal, and puzzle solving. The Great Circle for me holds that more. Ghost of Yotai, more open world, floating around. You can do bits and bobs, but for what it says here, I think I'm going to vote for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Ghost of Yotai, great game, but yeah. Best RPG. Avowed, Clair Obscur, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Monster Hunter Wilds, The Outer Worlds 2. Really surprised to see Monster Hunter Wilds actually get nominated, to be honest, because for 90% of the time since this has been released, it's not performed as it should. I found it's a real love-hate relationship I have with Monster Hunter Wilds. I love the core gameplay of it. And Omega, since Omega's dropped, it's got better. I haven't played Omega, to be honest. I stopped at Mitsuzune. Purely because of performance issues, and it was pretty easy. Now it has got more challenging, but yeah, because in everything that it has, yeah, it's surprising to be here. Avowed was a good game, but it's not, for me, Outer Worlds 2 is better than Avowed. I need to do some Outer World 2 content, actually. I've seen bits and pieces of say, people who I trust on YouTube watching it, and from what I've seen, really, really good. But I have to vote for Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It's the customization you can get part of that to do your building and all of that good stuff is, to me, different caliber. Outer Worlds 2 Avowed probably can have that the same, but yeah, Clair Obscur, exceptional game. Best fighting. Jesus. Technically, the only one I have played is Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, but I haven't played it enough to know or do anything here, so we're skipping. Best family. Wow, here we go. I'm going to go Mario Kart World. I've played Mario Kart World and Sonic Racing Crosswinds because yeah, my family love them ones. And if I was to go and ask my family which one of these is better, they would vote for Mario Kart World, and we've sunk a lot of time into it. So we're going to go into Mario Kart World. Mario Kart, right? It's just really, really good. Best sim strategy. Ooh. Tempest Rising, Final Fantasy Tactics, The Evilist Chronicles. Played a bit of this. I'm not even halfway in Final Fantasy Tactics. This has only stopped my channel recently purely because of just illness and getting time to record. But I am going to vote Final Fantasy Tactics, The Evilist Chronicles, quickly becoming into my top 5 of best Final Fantasies. Final Fantasy Tactics gets that. It's a phenomenal game. Please go check it out. Best sports racing. I'm going to go for Sonic Racing. Oh, sorry. Mario Kart World on this one. I'm never voting for EA Sports FC because of just the predatory practices that are in there. Haven't seen Rematch. F1 25 is actually surprising, I think, pretty decent for an F1 game, to the point that actually not releasing a 26. That's going to be DLC, so they can do more in 27. And if they do keep that running, where it's DLC to make it better, so it's not year on year, we'll come to it. But Mario Kart World is it's just so much fun. Going that, we can't back predatory practices. Best multiplayer. Really easy one for me. That'll be Elden Ring Night Rain. Arc Raiders, I believe, has been fun. I've watched a little bit of content on that. Battlefield 6, yeah, I played it. It's good. Peak haven't played. Split Fiction, I've seen bits of it. But Night Rain for me is a caliber above all of these. And they've actually got some more DLC coming for that. Best adaptation. Minecraft movie, not seen, have no interest in seeing. I have watched Devil May Cry. I have not seen Splinter Cell Death Watch. I might have to go and do that. I have watched The Last of Us Season 2. And I have seen Until Dawn. And out of all of these, Devil May Cry. I think they get the game in this form. So we're going to vote Devil May Cry because it's a really good series. Most anticipated game. 007 First Light, Grand Theft Auto 6, Wolverine, Resident Evil Requiem, The Witcher 4. I'm interested. Couldn't care less about Resident Evil. Not my type of game. And I couldn't care less about Grand Theft Auto 6. Please don't shoot me. But it's just my thoughts. I played Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2 when they were proper top-down. And yeah, just not my type of game. Oh, but it's going to be between these two. I've actually just purchased The Witcher 1 and 2 to do a 1, 2, 3 playthrough before The Witcher 4. But given how I like Insomniac's games, I'm going to vote for Wolverine. How they come out of their Spider-Man Miles Morales type and then apply that to Wolverine, I'm really interested. So for me, out of all of them, most anticipated is Marvel's Wolverine, with a special mention to The Witcher 4. Here's one that may surprise you. Content Creator of the Year. I'm not nominated. How am I not nominated? There's the first shock. The second shock, I have no idea who any of these people are. I don't support any of them. He looks like esports, which we'll come on to. Yeah, don't know any of these, so I'm just skipping. Can't comment. Best esports game, couldn't care less. Best esport athlete, yeah, couldn't care less. It's a big business and all of this stuff, but yeah, don't know who any of these are. Best esports team, similarly, I don't know who you are. And then we get onto the player's voice, which we'll do when it comes. So that's not open yet, but I wanted to just give my votes because I know what I'm like and how busy I get and how I'm forgetful. Yeah, if there's Claire Obscure in here, I'm just voting Claire Obscure. Expedition 33 across the board here. It's not game of the year. It's gonna probably be game of the 20s. As much as I love Final Fantasy VII Remake Rebirth, I think Claire Obscure sat here towards the end of 2025 is the game of the decade date. That's here, that's there. But yeah, just wanted to give you my views of game of the year. So please like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Really help me out. And there'll be some more content coming away shortly. And I will see you all in the next one.